This is my van. I sold my beloved Miata to purchase this about a year ago. The first thing I did when I bought the van was pull out all of the seats so I could initially haul my RZR around inside. Later on, when I got my XXX, I was happy to find that it also fit on the inside. I even took this van all the way down to Tampa and back with 2 RZRs and my XXX inside. However, I always bought this van with the idea in mind of making it a mini camper. And we can't do that with the bikes inside. So after some intensive research, I found a way to haul the bikes on the back of this van. Let's get into it. Now, the Mazda 5 does not come with a hitch. So first things first, I bought a hitch off of eTrailer specifically made for this model and year van. Now, with the help of my buddy A-Rob Rides, we installed the hitch relatively easy despite it being 20-degree weather. Now, this is a class 1 1¼ inch receiver. It mounts up to the car fairly easily outside of some basic drilling and has a max tongue weight capacity of 200 pounds. With the hitch sorted, next comes up the carrier. Now, what you'll find in doing research on motorcycle hitch carriers is no manufacturer makes a 1¼ inch receiver motorcycle carrier. They all use 2-inch receivers, as most motorcycles will far exceed the max tongue weight of a class 1 hitch, giving them no reason to produce these carriers for a 1¼ inch. Meaning, you'd have to get a 1¼ inch to 2-inch adapter to run a motorcycle specific carrier. The problem with this is anytime you add an adapter, you are effectively cutting your max tongue weight in half. In the case of my Mazda 5, that means if I were to use an adapter for a dedicated motorcycle carrier, my max tongue weight would now be 100 pounds. Since the Talaria XXX weighs 125 pounds and the carrier will be roughly 40 to 50 pounds, I knew this option wouldn't work. That said, I wasn't satisfied with this answer, and in my research, I found the Rolla cargo carrier with a 1¼ inch receiver. This is technically a cargo carrier, but it's just wide enough to fit my XXX with 17-inch wheels, wheel to wheel. We are also well under the max tongue weight of 200 pounds with the XXX at 125 pounds and the carrier at 40 pounds, putting a total tongue weight of about 165 pounds on the hitch. Since this is more of a universal carrier, it does require more creativity in securing the bike to the back, but here's my setup. And there you guys have it. This is the RZR MX Pro Spec mounted up, but like I said, the XXX fits perfectly as well. It's getting a little dark, so I'm not gonna fully strap it down, but the way we're doing it is we've just got these straps, I'll link them down in the description as well, to hold the handlebars down, and then what we'll do as well is put one through each side of the swing arm and one over the top of the seat, so about 6 straps total, and then this thing should be good to go. Whew, it is way too cold outside and getting dark already, so I'm gonna finish the rest of this video inside. But guys, that is the way that you can get your SURRON, Talaria, RZR on the back of a class 1 hitch receiver. So again, I have a Mazda 5, it only takes class 1, not class 2 or class 3. So you can't get that 2-inch hitch. This is the way around it. It would be a little bit better if it was like a dedicated motorcycle carrier. We wouldn't have to go as crazy with the straps. But in the meantime, it gets the job done, which is the best part. And I guess I'll run this until maybe one day I get a nice big Transit Sprinter van, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, I'm sitting down to edit this video. If you do have any questions about the carrier or the hitch or your car specifically, please feel free to leave them down below. I feel like I learned a lot in all of this research, finding out what I can put on the back of my car. I will definitely do a follow-up video with how I enjoy this hitch carrier, as well as further testing and videos on how I strap it down. We even want to do like a day in the life van video potentially, or like 24 hours in the van. So we'll see what happens there. Make sure you're subscribed. We're so close to 100,000 subs, so if you could subscribe, it would honestly mean the world to me. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and also subscribe. But otherwise, I'll catch you next time. Peace.